Hi, this is Angelic Empress, and I'm here today to do a reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of January 2020. This is going to be for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, and this is going to be a general reading, so please remember that if the messages do not resonate, because they will not resonate with each and every one of you since it is a general reading, but just take what does, and whatever doesn't, just disregard. I actually am new to YouTube, so I'm still kind of learning, all the steps to the process of these tarot cards being done on YouTube. Hopefully there's, no disruptions or, it's not too long because I am trying my best to kind of figure out how to do this quickly. But I do hope that you resonate with my reading and that you will find something here that brings you some peace and comfort. I came across tarot on YouTube about 3 years ago when I was kind of on a spiritual journey myself. I was going through a hard time. I was going on YouTube to research some other things that I was trying to find out information on. And I came across YouTube, and it brought so much comfort and peace to me at that time. There were so many great readers out there, and I really needed that kind of support. And I just, I became so passionate with it. I've always been spiritual, and I am a very intuitive person. I've had psychic abilities, very intuitive dreams and vibes. I am also an empath, so I connect to a lot of people's feelings and energies. But I believe that I came across you to tarot YouTube for a reason. It was where I was meant to be, and I believe it brought me to this path so that I could reach out to you and potentially give the messages that is needed to whomever comes across my reading, that spirit guides them to get these messages. And I hope that I'm going to be able to reach out to as many people as possible here. So if you could like and subscribe to my channel if you do resonate, that would be so helpful for me so that I can reach out to as many people as possible and hopefully with as many messages as I can. Again, so this is going to be for the sign of Sagittarius. It's going to be Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 2020. Please remember that if this does not resonate with you, the Sagittarius sign, please check out my other signs for your Sun, Moon, and Rising to check out those readings. You may resonate with them more. Okay, so I'm going to get started, and I do hope that you will resonate with something here that will bring some peace and comfort and happiness into your life. Okay, thanks. So let's get started. Okay, so you actually may be dealing with a Libra, because Libra also had this page of swords. Maybe you're dealing with somebody younger, or you may be young yourself. They may have Libra in their sun, moon, or rising. If it's not their sun sign, it may be their moon or rising, or Venus even. Okay, this is very similar to the Libra reading. If any of you are dealing with a Libra, please let me know in the comments. And if you resonate with these messages as well, if you can leave a comment down below to let me know, it will really help me to kind of understand if I am connecting with people. And it's just nice to have that support, especially when you first get out there doing these. You want to know that, because I notice like a lot of people view the videos, but there's not a lot of subscribers or likes. But it's nice to know, if you can do that, subscribe and like, and even just leaving me a comment would be so appreciated. But I do see that A lot of these cards are the same as Libra, and the storyline so far is very similar to Libra. So what I'm seeing here is there is somebody, again, there could be somebody that's younger. I do see a relationship here, although it could be more as I clarify and go through. I do see a relationship here. It could be a very deep, connected, even soulmate connection. And I see that there's possibly some communication going on. There could have been some harsh communication that came in, some truthful, harsh communication. But I do see that there is somebody in this situation, either you or your person, who has a lot of trust issues, insecurities, and jealousy here. Somebody here, either you or them or both of you, have been kind of, checking up on the other social medias, checking up to see what the other one's doing because of lack of trust, worrying that they're up to things, worrying that they're doing things, maybe even kind of driving over, to where the other person is, or just kind of going in the same area where they know someone works or where they live and checking up on them as well. But I do see this kind of thing here, and I think that whoever is feeling insecure and jealous, worried. This person is also very guarded, and they've held back a lot, or they have in the recent past held back a lot of their feelings, trying to protect themselves because they have all these worries and fears. They kind of keep themselves stuck. This is the Eight of Swords. They've kept themselves stuck in worries and fears, all these illusions and thoughts in their mind because of these insecurities and jealousies. They think that the other person is up to something. And they're guarded. I'm not sure where this comes from. I can't see anything here as of yet that someone had past experiences that brought this upon themselves, or if there was something that happened in this relationship that created that energy within one of you, or both. But I do see a relationship and a connection that is strong. There's a lot of compatibility here, and I believe there's a lot of it does seem like it's a solid relationship. I mean, it does so far from the cards seem like there isn't a reason for someone to be jealous and insecure, that it seems like a very trustworthy relationship. You could be dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or they could have it in their chart. But I have the Queen and King of Pentacles here. And, I think there was something solid here. Maybe there was something that happened that created this insecurity or instability, but I do see stability, or that there was stability, but it'll continue to move forward. I do see that there will be forward movement here and communication. Things might start to move forward quickly, but let's get some clarification here to see exactly like what's happening here. But there is somebody really worried and jealous and insecure, really up in their thoughts, and they may be blocking and keeping this relationship from moving forward. Maybe there was something very, very nurturing and caring and loving here in the past. And someone tried to give a lot of love and warmth and care. And someone who's very solid, stable, and grounded, a nurturing person, someone who kind of works really hard in the home and outside of the home. But this could be you, and this could be how they see. Maybe this is how you are, but they're not seeing you this way because of their worries and insecurities. They're so worried that they're not maybe actually seeing you for who you are, for this person that's very solid, stable, and grounded, who's very trustworthy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to clarify with these cards. Maybe if this is you who's really worried and feeling trapped in your thoughts and worries, insecurities, I'm seeing that somebody came into your life in the recent past, maybe not that long ago, and this person seems like they're trustworthy. And again, they could be an earth sign or just hold these qualities of being caring, loving, and nurturing, but you're not able to see this. I mean, or vice versa. You're blocking yourself and guarding yourself from seeing this person who really, I think, is trustworthy and I don't think has done anything. But again, I'm going to clarify and see. So you may have somebody around you that's very jealous and insecure. Maybe they're overprotective, and actually maybe they're too protective, and they're not, they're trying to protect you and guard you too much. Because sorry, this is just coming to me now. It could be that they're not allowing you, you know, it might be not in a good way, that they're being too protective because of their insecurities. And it's, it could potentially be creating a little bit of worries and fears, or maybe someone to retreat or to be all up in their head. And then there could be some communication about this. Somebody expressing, you're to the other, this isn't healthy. You're too jealous, or you're insecure, and you're too protective. And then it could be some kind of conflict in regards to this. I do see that I think it's going to get resolved, but I think the situation is about this. I do see that through communicating with each other, I do see there is a stable new beginning here in this situation. So I do feel like there will be, communication and, speaking together. And this will possibly lift any delays that are happening due to someone keeping themselves stuck and trapped with all these thoughts and worries. Maybe like a really good conversation will help release somebody's anxieties and worries that they have over this. And I do see that there can be something very solid and stable that comes of this conversation. And I do feel like this conversation will come in quickly and you will move forward quickly. There, it's been hard and heavy, I think, but it's been heavy on someone's shoulders. But I do believe that they are determined to work through this relationship because they care a lot. Again, there's a lot of compatibility here in this connection, and I do feel like it's worth fighting for and not giving up on. But someone definitely has toxic, jealous traits. They also may have some addictions. Maybe they drink or do some kind of drugs to help. They help. Somebody here drinks or does drugs to help them ease the worries and anxieties that they have. But I believe that there's going to be, and that created a lot of conflict too within this connection. But I do believe a conversation and a determination of one of you wanting to work through this is going to help lift that burden, and help there be a fresh start and a new beginning in regards to this connection that will lead to stability and security. It's like in the Libra reading, I felt like the Libra was the one who had the insecurities and the jealousies, and their partner, was trying to work with them. And in this reading, I feel like if you're dealing with a Libra, you're the one that doesn't have the insecurities and the jealousies, but you're trying to, work with them through their toxic or jealousies and insecurities. I don't know, like if you're dealing with a Libra, please let me know. Or if you know their chart, if it's in their moon and rising, that I'm just curious and interested to know that. Okay, so yeah, somebody that had a lot of worries and fears in regards to their jealousies, insecurities, toxic thoughts, negative thoughts, kept themselves trapped because of heartache and pain that they endured. I believe that this probably stemmed from childhood. Something that happened to them as a child created these walls and these insecurities and trust issues. I don't believe this was a recent trauma or hurt. Now, there could have been a lot of past hurts, but the main issue that triggered this within this person was from childhood, something that happened to them as a child. And because of this, it led this person to try to control everything that happened in their life, control the way things were done, control their feelings and how they're loved and how they love, to protect themselves. But they had a lot of fears in regards to this. But this is a caring person. This is somebody that is loving and caring, and somebody that is trustworthy, but has a lack of trust for other people. And they may need to get some guidance, or even they may have turned or will turn to some kind of guidance through faith and spirituality to help them through these toxic ways of thinking that they have. But I do believe that ultimately this person does want to commit to you and be in a long-term commitment. This could be a husband or a wife. This could be a teacher as well. This could also be a teacher. One of you may be a teacher, if that resonates with any of you. But I do believe that there is going to be some kind of maybe counseling that you may get in order to help you guys work through this. So a lot of communicating and talking through counseling, which is going to lead to a stable new beginning. I do see something like that. Somebody out there right now might be starting counseling, or that's something that you need to discuss with your partner. And I do believe that they will do that with you because they don't want to lose you. They want a long-term commitment, and you're very compatible. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, like I just had the Emperor, and now I have the Empress. So I do feel this is a very divine couple here. Two people that are deeply, deeply in love with one another. It could be a twin flame soulmate connection, but I do see that this could be a marriage, or this could have the potential to, once you work through these issues, that there could be a marriage or a proposal that comes in. I feel like there's going to be celebrations here and a reconciliation of, this situation. I do feel that this is going to come together, and you're going to walk away from the fighting and the drama and the hurt and the insecurities and all the hard times, and move towards happier times, calmer waters, you know, a more solid and stable relationship. I do see this happening, and I do see a marriage. I see a reconciliation in a marriage, a new home. I see someone having an awakening and a realization of the way they are, of their all these toxic traits that they have, insecurities, trust issues, and they are going to have an awakening, a realization that in their life, that a lot of these, they've had a lot of endings and a lot of situations not work out for them due to these insecurities and jealousies. And they're going to have a realization that they really are the issue in the connection, and that they need to work on themselves and work on this relationship. They will take the steps, I believe, to go to counseling. They may even, this could be a counter that they're seeing, and they may even like turn to faith and spirituality to help them through this process and journey. But I do see this a second chance here, and a reconciliation of this situation, and a solid foundation, a solid commitment, and a new home or a marriage here. I do see that very much, and somebody very much wants this, is trying to manifest working together for this to happen, to have balance. I see this very much so. I do think this is going to start to happen quickly once the communication, you start speaking about this. Yeah, I think someone's going to come in and apologize. That's going to have coming. That communication is going to come in quickly, and an apology. And I do believe someone's going to come in with an offer, either a proposal to marriage, a cup of love, a communication of, apologies, and wanting to move this connection forward, and wanting to take the steps to mend the relationship. And I think that this connection is going to transform, and there's going to be an ending to the way that things were. Yeah, somebody who held back a lot, they tried to protect themselves, or was very protective of the other person. They kept their feelings in. Maybe they kept their feelings in, or maybe this, I don't always get this for this one, but I feel like this is more so about someone really trying to protect the other person, like because of their jealousies and insecurities, not really allowing them to have their own space, like trying to like keep them closed in, close to them all the time, not wanting to let them go, not wanting to like give them space because they were afraid. Yes, I believe somebody is going to work on them they're holding back, guarding themselves, or being too protective, and start over with a fresh new beginning, an exciting new beginning, a passionate new beginning, and move forward towards something new here, releasing the guards, the walls, and the protection. And there is going to be a lot of success in this moving forward. Yeah, in the past, there was a lot of fighting and a lot of conflict. I think somebody was worried that there was competition and other people surrounding this, their partner, the one that was insecure and jealous. was constantly creating conflict and fighting, feeling like they were competing against other people, feeling like this person had other people around them and that they were seeing other people, or and it created conflict, and they were trying, they felt like there was competition, but, and so there was, you know, there was like a huge, maybe, fight about this. And it created sadness, because I think this happened in the past. It created a lot of sadness. And then someone felt very regretful for this after, regretful that they were not seeing things clearly, and they really want to put this cycle to an end and start over. Oops. Yes, the King of Pentacles. This is the outcome. This is going to be a solid, stable, grounded commitment, I believe, outcome here. I believe that the outcome is going to be very solid, stable, secure. Someone's going to work hard to become this grounded, stable person so that they can be that for you, or in this connection, because this is a very deep connection. This is a union that's going to come together. It's going to be long term. It's going to be more solid, stable, and secure. The insecurities and the trust issues are going to go away, and you're both going to work really hard together to make this happen, through hard work and devotion, possibly seeing a counselor, working on themselves. This union is going to come together, and it's going to be more solid, stable, and grounded. I do believe that there is going to be a happy outcome here. It's going to be a long-term commitment and security here. So that is all I have for you for today, Sagittarius, for January 2020. I do feel this is going to start to move forward quickly, and I see a really good outcome here. So I just think that this person needs a lot of support. Not that you haven't, because obviously, with that Queen of Pentacles here, you show a lot of nurturing and love to this person, but because they had childhood trauma and past sadness and issues, this is something that really probably will need a lot of them working on themselves through counseling and a lot of support and nurturing from you, which I believe that you're going to give to them. Again, this could be you or them. This could be either or, vice versa. But for somehow, I feel strongly more that it's you who is dealing with somebody who has these insecurities and is trying to overcome them. Okay, so please let me know if you resonated with this. I'd love to hear your comments down below. If you want a personal reading, private reading, my information will be listed below. You can contact me and I'll give you all the details. Again, remember, it's a general reading, so it may not have resonated with all of you, but I do hope some of it did. And again, if you can comment and let me know, I would appreciate that so much. And yeah, so I hope I see you again next time, and have a great January. And I believe there's a lot of abundance coming this year in 2020. And I think it's going to be a good year. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.